Today, I'm going to tell you an interesting story about the life of Saint Anthony of Padua. Saint Anthony was a Portuguese Catholic priest and was known for the many miracles attributed to his name. He was born on August 15, 1195, and his name was Fernando Martins. His father inherited a huge land in Lisbon, Portugal. Though he had a luxurious life, he longed for a deeper spiritual purpose in his life. At 15, he entered the Augustinian order, but he was more interested in missionary work, so he left and joined the Franciscan order. It was here that he was then called Brother Anthony, and later he became a priest. Because of his holiness and deep faith in God, Saint Anthony caused numerous miracles in his priestly life. One day, while he was preaching in Rimini, in the northern part of Italy, he found nobody was paying attention to his words. The heretics who heard him threatened him to leave, so Saint Anthony went to the shoreline and started preaching to the fish and said, "Listen to the word of God." Miraculously, the fish gathered around and listened to him attentively. This sight humbled the onlookers, and many were converted from his preaching. Another miracle happened when a heretic challenged Saint Anthony about the presence of Christ in the Eucharist. As they were arguing, a man with a mule sought to mock Saint Anthony, but when he showed the monstrance containing the Blessed Sacrament, the mule left the man and walked to the monstrance and bowed down. This miracle was famously called the miracle of the mule. Years later, a small chapel was built on the site where the mule bowed down and was famously called the Temple of Saint Anthony, which is open for visits and pilgrimage. In another miracle, Saint Anthony was dining with heretics when he realized that the food they gave him was poison. The man admitted to attempting to kill him, but he challenged Saint Anthony to eat the food if he truly believed in the words spoken by Jesus in the Gospel of Mark 16:18, where it said, "And if they drink any deadly thing, it will not harm them." So Saint Anthony blessed the food and ate it, and he was not harmed. The heretics who saw this event were so astonished and left to believe Saint Anthony's deep connection with God. In his early 30s, Saint Anthony's health started to deteriorate due to chronic illness of his liver and kidney, which complicated to other illnesses. On June 13, 1231, Saint Anthony died at the young age of 35 years old, and less than 1 year after his death, he was elevated to sainthood and was canonized by Pope Gregory IX. The following year, a basilica was built in his honor, and it is now called the Pontifical Basilica of Saint Anthony, which is located in Padua in Veneto, Italy. His body is also resting in peace inside this basilica, where millions of devotees visit from all over the world. Today, Saint Anthony is celebrated as the patron saint of lost items and lost people, and his feast day is celebrated every 13th of June.